Every time I get into a debate with my friends about foreign policy, it always circles back to the same line. But the West gives Africa so much aid. And that's when I have to pause and break it down for them. Because most people have no idea how aid actually works. Not the money, not the strings, not the silent profit behind the generosity. Let's have a real conversation. Because there's something that's never sat right with me. The idea that Africa is a continent living off of Western aid, that we are helpless, that Africa is saved every year by generous donors. Let me tell you something. Africa gives the West billions in aid every year. Yeah, you heard me. You heard that right. Let me explain. Let's say USAID gives a country in Africa a $5 million hospital. Now you hear that on the news and think, whoa, that's amazing, what a blessing. But here's what they don't tell you. That hospital, it doesn't come with local bricks, local contractors, local furniture, or local suppliers. It comes with contracts, tied contracts, because that $5 million must be spent on goods and services from American companies. That means the roofing sheets from a US supplier, the cement imported, the diagnostic machines from GE or Siemens USA, management, American consultants flown in, even the Ford trucks parked outside, shipped in, billed and accounted for. So while it's called aid, it's really a stimulus package for the donor countries' corporations. It's what economists call tied aid, a polite way of saying, we'll give you money, but only if you spend it back on us. Now, do you really want to know the scam? The $5 million donation could create over $20 million in contracts for US companies. So who's actually helping who? It's like me giving you $10 and forcing you to buy a sandwich from my restaurant. You walk away full, I walk away richer, but everyone claps for me like I did you a favor. That's the game of aid. And when politicians like Trump talk about cutting foreign aid to Africa, they don't realize America loses money when it stops giving aid. Because aid is just an international customer loyalty program, with Africa as the guaranteed buyer. This is why we in the diaspora need to shift how we think about investment and development. Because every time we depend on Western aid, we are outsourcing our future and funding theirs. Aid should empower, not extract. And if the West is using tied aid to build generational wealth for themselves, why can't we use our remittances to do the same for Africa? Instead of donations, we need to structure our giving as investments, because we're already sending money back home every month. Let's stop treating it like charity and start treating it like capital. So before I go, don't ever forget this. The aid narrative is a myth built to make us feel small, but the numbers tell a different story. Africa is not dependent. Africa is being used. And the West, they've mastered the art of giving with one hand and taking with 5 fingers. So the next time someone says, you Africans should be grateful for aid, tell them, we've been paying interest on your kindness for decades. Let's build different. Let's move.